Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the March 12th Public Works Meeting. First on the agenda is Tammy Harris from Planning and Solid Waste. Tammy?
Good morning. I have an approval for you today. This is related to the Butternuts Tower and the grant with MVED to put cell service equipment on the tower. This is just the next step in the process. So you previously approved the match letter. This is just the letter of intent to demonstrate to the state that we are intending on working on a lease agreement with MVED. So they just need that to finalize their grant agreement. I did run it by Rob O'Brien. He's good with it. And I ran it by the attorney's office and they are also good with it.
Okay, thank you. We have a motion. Second. Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll do a roll call vote.
McCarty,
Yes.
Wilbur absent, Brockway,
Yes.
Finchie,
Yes.
Powers.
Hearing no no's, all yeses, that passed.
Okay, thank you. That's my agenda this morning.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, we'll see you.
Thanks. Next on the agenda is Tim. Tim called me this morning. He had an issue at home and wasn't coming in. He sent out he has no resolutions. He did send out a public, works committee report on what's been going on. If you want to look that over, if there's any questions, I could forward it to him or, I could try to answer it. We'll talk about the memorial a little while later. Anybody got anything?
What is the PSV RTU?
Well, that's it. It's the air handlers on that.
That's what I thought it was. Okay.
Yeah.
What RTU stands for, but that's what I was assuming. Okay.
No, that's the air handlers.
So they're replaced and they're working and everything's good.
Yeah, they replaced two and there's still 5 remaining.
Well, they only replaced 2.
Yeah,
At 5 remain.
well, they're working, but we don't know how long they're gonna work.
Okay.
The windows that are being, I don't know, are near completion and they were put in on the side towards the Office of the Aging. Due to some, the other side, I think, has some asbestos in it.
I do remember, didn't they run into some issue when they were doing the windows? Like, there was something going on.
Yeah, well, the first couple didn't turn out the way they wanted, but after that, they figured out what they had to do.
Oh, okay.
Everything went.
Okay.
We have to have the water tested every so often. That's been done. That's you know about the corner trailer.
I don't.
A corner trailer county has what the heck is it? 10 by, I don't know, it's not that big. It holds a couple, 2, maybe 3 bodies in it. Well, it was in the emergency service garage there and it wasn't a good place to have it, so we has to be plugged in, so we moved it outside and then for now, they bought a cover because the coroner's kind of complaining about it being outside and exposed.
Mhm.
They bought one of those car covers, I think it is, or whatever, porch or whatever it is, putting it up now. And enclosed it, so.
Do we know about the emergency request that's going through now?
Or
I'm trying to,
For the elevator?
for the elevator, yeah, right.
for this elevator,
No,
242.
242,
I thought it was this one.
I thought it was here.
well, this one is working.
It's working right now.
I came up with.
I came up, but yeah.
The budget yesterday, someone got stuff.
Oh. There it is. Didn't move too fast, but it was working.
Right. Now, I did go into the elevator yesterday trying to get up here, but it eventually got me here.
Oh.
That's a joke.
Okay. Well, at this point, I guess it's working.
Right.
Okay. I will ask him about that tomorrow.
Michelle should know about it. She's the one who routed the request.
I can stop down and see her already. Okay, anything else? We move on to Mr. Bremer, Highway Department.
I don't know. I'd like to request a motion to authorize the chair of the board of the county administrator to execute all agreements with New York State in connection with the County Route 11 roadway departure safety action plan program guide rail replacement project in Hartford. Cost not to exceed $736,842 out of D 5113-522400. That's our Bridge New York line. This is very similar to a Bridge New York project. 95% federally funded. We pay for the project, they reimburse us for it. The federal share is $700,000. Our local share is going to be $36,842.
I hear a motion to approve this.
So moved.
A second. Any discussion?
So we put in for this, and I had no thoughts that we were going to actually get this. And so it's to replace a bunch of guide rail, and it's a new guide rail in a bad section, on a busier section of County Route 11. A nice, good project. But we got the notice on this in December.
Do we do this ourselves? Or they?
No, we're gonna most likely contract it all out. There should be enough money there to contract.
How do you choose County Route 11? Is it just, do you like do like a
Oh.
visual when you drive around the county, you just find the worst ones?
There is this program, there was very specific criteria for sections of roads that they would allow you to submit for. It's on DOT's website, roadway safety. If you want some interesting reading, we could only do this section of this road, and we put in for 400,000, they gave us 700. But it was December, so we didn't put anything in, but nothing budgeted for it. The engineer believes that they can get this all done this year. The grant goes through like 2030.
So we have to pay for it, then we get reimbursed.
Correct.
That might take a year.
No, actually, they're good. From when we submit, when it goes through all our processes here, 6 weeks. We usually get paid. Really not bad. But you gotta wait. The engineers, they gotta put it into the EVO, and if they got sub consultants and that, but we're not talking.
So we have to come up with 700,000 someplace.
That will get reimbursed. We gotta come up with 36,000 that will not get reimbursed.
Where's that gonna come?
I think contingency. That's my guess. I didn't watch anything.
I don't think we have a proposed budget transfer mod or anything, do we, with this?
Yep.
We're just talking the concept.
No, I got the budget and Alan sent me the form.
Okay.
His side.
So is it possible you to borrow it out of one of your other lines if they're gonna likely return it in 6 weeks?
Yeah, we got the bridge on 59 that's not gonna go this year, that we can't get steel, which we budgeted in there, so. The 700,000, I don't think is the issue, paying for it and getting reimbursed, it's the 36,000. And, later on, I got the budget transfer for the engineering part of it. We can do that now, we can do the whole 700 if we figure out where we want to come up with this extra 30-some thousand. Or we just do, right now, we just need $2,891 of local money for the engineering design thing.
Does the engineering design have to be paid for with local money?
5% of it. 5%. But we're gonna pay the bill and they're gonna reimburse us.
Well, if it's important to take advantage of this grant and to fix this particular bridge and they take 36,000-ish out of contingent this early in the year. I mean, the other option is to wait until later in the year and see what we don't spend. And then maybe of local dollars and see,
Well, you said the 59 bridge is not gonna be paid. So we have money in there.
Federal,
Okay.
we don't have local. That would have had a match.
that would have had the 5% match. I don't know how we did that. That
So
one
that
was,
5% of that bridge. is gotta be-
there could be, yes, there very well could be some local money there. That one was a weird one, the way that they did that. Now they're doing them all this way. Let me dig into that. If we could get approval today, so we can move forward with the design for the 2891 transfer, then because that's gonna take them,
So we're actually talking $36,000 today, correct?
$2,891 is what we need today. We need to do a budget modification to increase our revenue line for Bridge New York and our expenditure line for Bridge New York for $54,929. And the budget transfer of 2891 into our Bridge New York line to cover the engineering, the 50.
So $2,800.
2,800 is contingent, 54,929 is the budget modification that needs to go into Bridge New York. That will be reimbursed.
By, when does that have to go in?
If we could do that today,
The 54?
this month, right? And then we'll start working on it,
All right, so what's the
Yeah.
bottom dollar out of contingency?
2,891.
Okay,
Here's my suggestion. Approve this now to go forward. You circle back, identify the local funds for the bridge that's not gonna happen. We'll do that as a transfer.
And like you say, the money is in that Bridge New York line because of this other. If you just approve moving forward with it, the money's there to get our PO. Then we can get the logistics of, okay, where is this money?
all right, so I'll make that motion that we move forward.
Move forward with, be specific, sorry.
The
2890.
the budget modification going into Bridge New York of 54,929. And we won't do the budget transfer.
Yeah.
Right.
So we're not taking any money out of contingency
Got it.
right now. Hopefully we can transfer it elsewhere as Dan suggested.
Yeah.
Or from elsewhere.
I think
Yeah, I think
it's not a lot of money. I mean, it is, but it's not a lot.
even the 36,000.
Right, in the scope of things.
In the grand scheme of things, we're gonna end up with way more than that of guide rail material. Taking these out.
Okay,
Just real quick on those rails. I mean, like, what is the life expectancy of the current ones we have right now?
Until somebody hits it. But no, this will be, right now it's ribbon and it'll be box beam. Yeah, the lifespan is probably 25, but we don't.
People whack them.
That's when they get replaced.
That's when we get replaced.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
700,000.
that?
I'm confused. 'cause we
Yeah,
already
We're
had-
gonna do number
had a
one.
motion in a second.
Number one.
And then number 6, we will do the first part of that, the budget modification, but not the budget transfer.
So number 1 and 60. Right?
Did we vote on number one?
No, we had a motion in a second. That's why I was very confused.
So why don't we vote on number one? We're gonna. Okay, we had a motion and a second on request to authorize the chair to execute a with an agreement with New York Connect County Route 11. Do a roll call vote on that.
McCarty,
Yes.
Wilbur.
Aye.
Brockway,
Yes.
Hinchey,
Yes.
Powers.
Okay, that passed. Now we'll do down to number 6, right?
The budget modification to increase D 0000435 060, that's our Bridge New York revenue line, And D 5112-522-400, that's our Bridge New York expenditure line by $54,929.
No motion.
But we're leaving out the part that says
The
contingent.
transfer, yes, sir.
Do I hear a second? Any more discussion? Hearing none, we'll do a roll call vote.
McCarty,
Yes.
Wilbur.
Aye.
Brockway,
Yes.
Hinchy,
Yes.
Howard.
Okay, that passed.
Now, along with that, we'd like to request a motion to contract with Fisher Associates for engineering and associated services in connection with the County Route 11 RWDSAP guide rail replacement project in Hartwick at a cost not to exceed $57,820 out of the 501-352-400 garbage unit.
Okay, do I hear a motion? So. Second?
Second.
Okay, discussion. I have a question,
Yes, sir.
I think. The difference between the 57,820 and the difference between 54,92, what's,
2891.
okay, now I got it. Any more discussion? Do a roll call vote.
McCarty,
Aye.
Wilbur.
Aye.
Brockway,
Yes.
Hinchy,
Yes.
Howard.
Hearing no ayes, no noes, that passed.
Next one, we'd like to request a motion to amend resolution 45 of 2026 to allow the superintendent of highway to fill positions within the highway department above base. Resolution 45 of 2026 allows the superintendent to fill vacant positions at the highest step with the approval of the county administrator and personnel office.
So,
I think you've got more to say, don't you?
Discretion.
Okay, the new contract, it's not the highest step anymore.
Correct. Yes, so the new contract, highway, we were the only oddball ones out. Everybody else in the county has 6 steps. Highway only had 3. They changed the new contract. Now we have 6 steps.
So you're really starting at number 3 on the old contract. Right. Okay, everybody got that? Okay.
So no one's bumping up steps at all.
Correct.
We're
No,
just changing the.
changing the wording so that,
The new contract would change the steps from 3 to 6. And when we were hiring before, we were starting under the old contract, starting at step 3, or step 1. But the new contract, they're starting at step 3 and going to 6.
so it said that the 45, resolution 45 said that to start at the highest step. This amendment will give us, we're gonna start them at step 3 unless we get somebody that is just stellar, and we get those once every 4 or 5 years. This just gives us, we're gonna start them at step 3 unless it's somebody stellar, then, there's the flexibility to, if we're replacing a retired person that was at step 6, there's no budget and they won't come for step 3, then,
and then that's gotta come before the committee. Before I admit it.
this will, but to fill those, if we get this resolution, just goes to Steve.
Penny.
Yeah, but if you go to step 6,
Not if we do
Oh.
this, then we'll be okay to
You'll be
do it,
okay.
just like all the other ones were, like
Okay.
now, we send a form to Penny. And Penny signs it, goes to Steve.
So-
They-
there's your approval and Penny's approval for that.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yes,
So if there's 6 steps,
yes.
why don't people start at 1?
We couldn't get anybody. So we were years just struggled. We still struggle to get people, but nobody would come. At that time it was like $17 an hour. And so we changed it. We started bringing them in at step 3 and then we were getting people, not, they weren't running to the door, but we were getting more people. And, it was a good thing. And
It was easier to change it by adding the steps than it was to go back and try to do away with the first 3 and start over again.
Mhm.
So that's the reason why they put on 3 more steps.
yes.
So
Mine-
it's really a salary.
Yeah,
There's no extra responsibility necessarily. You don't get vested in a new way.
It's the same
with a
salary.
fireman or-
Same salary. That's common in civil service. You start out at X and then each year you go up a step. And if there's a percentage increase, you also get that.
Yep.
You want to step the next year until you max out at your time. Then from that point, was it 5 years for longevity?
Yes, now it's 5 years.
So now after you've been top of grade, you've been in that top of grade for 5 years, you get a, what do they call it?
500 stipend,
Stipend, not a stipend, it's,
longevity pay.
longevity.
And then every 5 years it goes up,
Right.
like,
That longevity pay, that's not on your salary. It's just,
Yeah.
it's a check. No, it is on.
It gets included.
It gets,
Then why is it
it's an
called stipend?
hourly rate.
well, it's not really stipend, it's
I
longevity.
remember voting on it last time. It said stipend.
Well, there's some things in there, stipend if they're on call and all that stuff, so.
Yeah, there's certain things that are called stipends.
Okay.
Stipends are kind of frowned on.
I don't think it counts as your actual salary. I think you get paid your salary, say $50,000.
Correct, but
And you get a stipend after 5 years.
longevity.
500.
and that's true, but it does count for your retirement.
For tax, yeah, for retirement and obviously for tax purposes.
They break it down to an hourly wage and it's
Right.
included in each check throughout the year.
Okay. But it doesn't get calculated for percent raises.
I would say no.
But
So,
no, it's. no.
The downside to that is if you are somebody that gets promotions and you never spend 5 years on one job, you never get that longevity.
Right.
No, I believe it's your overall, not in title. I believe it's your overall time in the
With the
title.
state, it's.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure, I'm almost positive.
I was one of those people that.
I think if you work, I think if you work for the county for 5 years, didn't matter where you work.
Oh, okay.
You get it, so.
Thank you.
Okay,
I get it.
And the steps, theoretically, you get those because you're smarter after 2 years or 3 years or 1 year than in the first year. And as frontline supervisors would tell you, sometimes that is absolutely true.
Yeah, you know how to work the system by then.
Yeah.
that didn't work for me. Work for you, didn't it? Any more questions? Good luck with that. Do a roll call vote.
McCarty,
Aye.
Wilbur,
Aye.
Brockway,
Yes.
Hinchy,
Yes.
Powers.
Okay.
I request a motion to authorize the superintendent to procure all materials and services related to the replacement of the bridge bin 3353640 over Rogers Hollow Brook on County Route 1 in the town of Unionville at a cost not to exceed 1.5 million out of D 5113-522500. That's our CHIPS capital maintenance line. And this will be a 2027 construction. We want to start and get the engineering done this year so we can actually get the bids out so we can build this thing next year.
Where's that in Unadilla?
Unionville, way down the other end of the county, right at the very tip.
Thank you.
Actually have representation.
We haven't voted for that yet. Oh, you're welcome, won't you, my friend? Now I'm his friend. I have a motion. Second,
Second.
any discussion?
We got flagged on this one several times over last year. We just got a recent flag for it that we've got to do a little steel repair on. This one is
How big, how big is it?
55-foot span. It's not huge, but it's our last steel deck bridge in the county.
Is that the one with the things over top of it too? The
No. So, and the abutments are much older than the superstructure. It's
How long is that gonna take? I mean, once you start.
they'll finish it in the construction season. Yeah, and it's a busy road. The detour's not terrible though. This is really just a shortcut for people.
We have to buy land?
No.
Okay, good.
We should only have maybe one difficult landowner, but other than
Okay, any more discussion? The roll call vote.
McCarty,
Aye.
Wilbur.
Aye.
Brockway,
Yes.
Hinchy,
Yes.
Powers.
Okay, that passed.
request a motion to authorize the superintendent to procure all materials and services related to road striping for an amount not to exceed $370,552 from D 5112-522150. That's our center and edge line painting budget line. And the budget amount in D 5113-522500, that's our CHIPS line.
Go, I mean, a motion. Can't be that place, so.
Here a second?
Second.
This is our normal yearly striping that we do when the bid comes back, or what, you know, usually a little better.
Well, my personal opinion, I don't think it's enough.
I agree.
And I hope the ones you didn't do last year get on the list to get done this year.
What does it cost per mile now?
Oh. There's three.
Last year, 300.
Three.
The yellow line was different than the white line.
Yes, yeah, it always does, and it was 43, I think, white this year, right? So
Out of all the highway complaints I received, that's.
it would be nice to have epoxy down because it just lasts so much longer, so much better.
So pretty much $600 a mile,
At least,
at least.
Do we do this in-house? Let's try to.
we don't have a paper.
We used to have one years ago.
So a paint rate will run about $500,600,000. You gotta do it, and then you have to have proof for it. It's a
Don't you have that one you walk along?
You can do that.
We got one of them.
You can do that.
I mean, do other municipalities have them and then you just contract out? with them?
They're around the state. There are some counties, there's 3 or 4 counties to western part of the state. They own one together. And they go around and they do all the counties that own that. And that's worked out okay for them. They found that they just take one employee and he runs the rig and then support staff from each different municipality when they go. Delaware County's going away from theirs. Theirs is 25 years old or something, and they actually, I think they might use our contract last year.
Too bad we can't get the state to do it.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
Do their own roads.
Well, we definitely need it. So any more discussion on that? Hopefully it comes in cheaper.
Hope so.
We do a roll call vote?
McCarty,
Aye.
Wilbur,
Aye.
Rockland.
Aye.
Hinchey,
Yes.
Hoppers.
Hearing all ayes, no nos, that passed.
Next one, I'd like to request a motion to award the timber sale bid OTGOV 006 26 for parcels 6 and 12 to Green Lumber Company for $101,949.
So moved.
This bid just closed on Tuesday. We only got 2 bids. The other bidder was at 26,000. Talked to the forester, Mr. Zimmerman, and he was good with that. This was above what he projected.
Okay, well, that's the first timber sale in quite a while.
So where are these parcels?
Oh, God.
Ottaway Road and Windbury Bar Forestry. 33. Actually, both of them found
So they're both pretty close.
Are these all ash or everything, or what are they?
everything. Some softwood, some hardwood, some ash. You know.
How many acres of?
We have 3,600 acres of county forest total.
And we have a forester that manages the harvesting and everything.
So we have a county forester.
To contract with
We
soil.
contract with soil.
They,
Oh, okay.
so we have a contract with them and we pay his salary and they pay the benefits.
Actually, Rich is in charge of all that.
Yeah.
He's a
Highway
really.
forestry.
It's stored there.
And he was also working on trails. I know you mentioned something about trails.
Mhm.
They're also working on, maybe sometime you want to stop and talk to them.
Is it soil and water or to Rich?
No, soil and water.
Okay.
He's in the building a little across from soil and water down on
Our log cabin.
Log Cabin, right?
Oh, yeah, I know that log cabin.
So,
We get volunteer groups sometimes to help them with trail maintenance.
Yeah, I forget the parcel, but it's got like a plan he's worked on, some
Mhm.
to put trails stuff in there, but it hasn't gone very far because there was an issue with the ownership of the land, survey and all that, and we've been slowly working through it. But he can probably,
What's his name?
Dan Zimmerman.
Okay. We have a motion and a second.
Oh, there's one more thing. Does Zimmerman go and talk to the foresters about how they're going to be doing any of the cuts and like patterning, and is there any conservation?
Yeah, well, he
Well,
labels every tree that's
Oh,
to be
okay.
cut, all of them. are
Oh,
marked.
okay, so these
Yeah.
companies are coming in and just saying,
No,
what I'll give you
he-
for the trees you've already
He
established.
has it all labeled.
He does a walkthrough. whatever he does with it.
And then I'm sorry,
So
moderates it, he moderates it, it's happening.
Yep, yep,
He's got forestry plans.
Land a certain way.
yep. When they're done, they have to clean everything up.
They chip up any of the branches or?
No, but they can't leave, like, they can't leave logs on the landing and they can't leave their garbage.
Do they swale any
They gotta
trails
clean
or anything?
the roads back up, any of
Cool,
the
okay.
skid roads, yep.
Nice. Maybe I'll go walk one of the projects.
Yeah, these are both closed.
Well, with branches, though, they provide wildlife cover too.
Sure.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, do a roll call vote.
McCarty,
Yes.
Wilbur,
Yes.
Rockaway,
Yes.
Vinci,
Yes.
Powers.
Okay,
So, sorry, quick question. That wasn't budgeted then, that was not budgeted in the budget.
Correct. Yes, we, because we had put one out and it didn't bring anything. We didn't budget anything.
maybe a year before it gets though.
they gotta pay up front, so.
I'm pretty sure, yes. Yeah,
Pay
they
up
usually
front.
pay that up front, yep.
So you'll bring a transfer, or rather a modification to move all that money into contingency?
No, we'll put it in his forestry budget,
There you go.
then you can draw out of it.
We'll take a little bit into Bridge, New York.
We need to talk about this whole budgeting thing.
I'll come back next week.
I'm confused enough, we don't need to talk anymore.
Don't worry, I can make it worse for you.
I'm sure you could. All right, here it goes, you're gonna want a new truck.
No. This is just one of the real ones.
1,000.
Like the request to surplus truck number 93, a 2014 Mack tandem plow truck. This truck has reached the end of its useful life.
So moved.
A good department head. Get rid of the truck, don't ask for a new one.
Heard of it.
I'll second that surplus.
I have a motion and a second, any more discussion?
Yeah, how much you gotta get for it?
Under 20 grand.
120 grand.
What's wrong with it?
Or the subframe on the box is rotting out.
Engine good?
People will pay 100,000.
20 grand.
Oh, 20 grand.
Who said a hundred?
Under
I
20
thought you
grand.
said
120 grand.
Oh, sorry, no, under.
I was like, why are you flinching at that? That's
Under 20.
You hear? Yeah, okay.
Enunciate.
Could only hope, right, Rick?
Yeah, we can only.
Forget my earlier comment about good.
How old is the truck?
Well,
What we find us to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We hope to get to the point where we're gonna get 100 grand for them.
okay, we have a motion and a second to surplus truck 93. That's a roll call vote.
McCarty,
Aye.
Wilbur,
Aye.
Rockaway.
Aye.
Vinci,
Yes.
Powers.
Aye.
Okay, that passed.
Okay, our credit card purchases for last month was Nice Egg, $1,570.28, $234.54, $176.57, $1,300.47, $203.50, $22.89, $262.52, $231.31, $40.23. Otsego Electric was $977.94, $296. And the hotel stay for me at the winter conference was $242.49. And those are just for your all's information. The next thing I got is, we get these funding opportunities throughout the year. And we got one from, Senator Schumer's office for, congressionally directed spending. We talked with, Delaware County and, about putting in for the, County Route 1A bridge down Unionville into Sydney. That's a $20 million project. That is a huge bridge. 3-span, huge bridge. It's a joint bridge with Delaware County, so we split the cost of it. So even $10 million is out of our realm of. So we need to go after this type of funding. Bridge New York, if that were to get extended, that program ended that before this budget. If that does get extended, this one would not qualify. It's over the threshold for that. So it's going to be a federal program or something like this. This should look pretty good politically. Two counties working together, Main Street of Sydney, it should look good.
Need approval for that? Submit it?
I think we just want to let you know if anyone has any objections.
Let's just do a straw vote or
Yeah,
voice vote.
yeah.
I'll motion it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to, make a grant to Senator Schumer's office for replacement of County Route 1A. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That carries.
Rich, in the application, are they gonna need a letter of support from like Ed or me or something? Okay.
Yep,
So we'll make reference to this.
we put in for this bridge for some other funding, and Jimmy's already got it, is that is a folder of all these different good letters of support that we did, just forgot to need.
Okay.
And many people as we can, right?
I believe, we've gotten requests for these types of projects from Schumer, Gillibrand, and I think Riley. And I believe thus far, this is the only project from county government itself. I don't think it's the only request from within Otsego County environments, but update, this is the only one that we were in. Come up with.
I signed a letter of support last week for Sorioniana. With something from Josh Riley, and they wanted to increase the occupational therapy on physical therapy for athletic trainers. They need a bunch of equipment and remodeling one of the buildings. You want to do that now. That was when we signed for them through Josh Riley.
There's another one through Riley for the town of Oneonta, wastewater. For the wastewater, I was thinking of the trucks.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of equipment, the new chipper.
Trucks, yes.
Want a street sweeper, some plow trucks. They had some interesting cost estimates. It was unclear to me what they were. But I said, if they want any help with that, talk to you.
Sure.
Yeah, I think they're going for 1.5 million.
Yeah.
He's giving you a lot of work, so you ought to come up with some money for you, hasn't
I like your way of thinking, sir.
he? Yeah. Okay.
The next one, we talked about this, we've been back and forth with the county attorney's office, and we got a really nice agreement, that we'd like to, send out to the outside entities that use our fuel depot. We need something in place. We believe so. I sent that out to everybody, if anybody has any objections or.
Well, how do you decide 20 or 22? I thought we were gonna go for 25, 30.
No, that's right. That was a placeholder. I didn't, that's right. We were gonna come back and talk about that, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you guys were gonna decide on what the cost was. That's right.
That's not 20 cents for.
Yeah, no, that was.
Gas
just-
and 22 for diesel. I
I know we talked about it last month, but I don't believe we voted on anything.
No, we didn't. You were gonna look into it, but
Yeah. So what you.
I had the same question. I was wondering. I know we talked about
Yeah.
25
No,
cents.
sorry,
That was just a number thrown off. the
just
top of
in,
that.
in
So-
there.
I guess my question would be. 25 cents does not mean a lot to me because I don't know what they're saving in that end.
So, we looked into
Because I don't know
the
what
wax
you're-
cars and the wax.
Oh, you did?
Yes, they pretty much pay the price of home minus the taxes. So we looked at a purchase on December 8th. They pay, with the wax card, you pay $3, 3.359 per gallon. We had a delivery the next day and we paid 1.8943. So did some figuring, and last year we saved 120,000, year before we saved 109,000, year before that 142,000.
Okay.
Difference between Wex and ours. It sounds like a lot of money, but
Well, then you got the maintenance, you got the liability, you've
and we
got,
gotta buy that for a couple $1 million.
Right.
We gotta put tanks.
and you've got to put, yeah, so there's what, just shy of 10 years for recovery. Yeah.
Well, the other thing is too, you gotta navigate putting this equipment into somebody's gas station. Get the,
The downs, well, yes, but and the other downside is in an emergency. Not all of these gas stations have.
Especially with what's going on right now, it's actually
Generator.
interesting to bring up. If we have a stockpile that was.
New York State does have a fuel truck. But if the whole state's under, see that fuel truck is not gonna. So I mean, there's pluses and minuses. So I mean, do you contract with a gas station that's large enough to handle our equipment? And you have some kind of a contract with them where they have a generator where they can supply gas, and you have priority in an emergency type thing.
I
So
think,
there's definitely pluses and minuses.
I think we need to stick with having our own fuel so we can get it when we need it. That's,
And put it out. Well, you assume you can. You get the delivery. But I think you need to go with above. I think you have to now above ground.
We'll go above ground, yeah.
How much, do you have an estimate of how much the new tanks?
The last county that I talked to that did a similar system was about $2 million.
Too many, so we save over 100K a year. Pay it back in 15, 20 years. But you're right, benefits are there, and there's also the partnerships with other towns, which.
Right.
Has a little soft.
They don't have
Diplomacy there.
to have facilities, they don't have to go, they definitely, being good neighbors.
I forgot. we claimed
Severe
the bond for
storms,
this.
floods and such where nobody's got.
Well, these numbers are without the hike. These numbers are prior to the hike, so they will go up potentially if we charge
Well,
a little more.
Yeah, our gas is on the differential. The set price above what the difference. What the rack price is.
We're only charging them, what, 10 cents per gallon right now?
Right now, yeah, that's all we've been charging for a long time, probably 2017, I think is when we first implemented that.
So my question was the new tanks. Are we planning to bond for those or pay cash or
I haven't
we haven't
got
figured that out?
Yeah, no,
And they're getting relooked too.
So we're gonna be talking about Victor's project. We're also, I think, I haven't had a chance to talk to Mr. McCarty yet about the coroners, because there was an issue recently. I want to say that out of executive session.
Understood.
So maybe it would make no sense to me, you can tell me if I'm wrong, to locate those facilities in the current location, got that kind of money. Okay, so he agrees with that. So maybe we ought to look at that.
Nice. Totally agree. Hadn't thought of it. So
Okay. I come up with an idea once in a while.
that's
well,
why.
that was kind of some plan from the beginning, not to put them down there, wasn't it?
Correct. But I don't think we anticipated this soon either.
I don't believe. I don't believe these tanks are in the current conception of all the things in the public safety bill. Coroners, something for the coroners is.
Correct. We had no conception of these because they were anticipated to go with the highway.
Right.
And
Right.
my personal view is that, there's no reason, and correct me, please tell me if you think I'm wrong. Not to locate them easily accessible. So you don't necessarily have to go back into the highway area
Right.
Right.
where we're thinking it's prevalent.
So let's talk about this under executive session. We got it. Rick wants to go in executive session.
Yes.
Sometime. So let's approve the policy that, if you want, that he sent to us about the 20 cents and the 22 cents.
Whatever number you all decide. I'm good with
Well, how
25
did
cents
you
like we
come up
talked.
with the 20 or 22?
Don't, that was just a.
Off the top of
number.
your head?
That wasn't even.
Is that doubling what it is right now?
It's 10 cents now.
What about diesel?
10 cents. It was 10 cents a gallon for everything.
For everything?
Yeah, gas.
Diesel's up.
Yeah. I know we talked 25 cents last month. I don't think any of these outside entities are gonna balk at 25 cents. I mean, they're saving, what is it, about $1.50
Gallon?
a gallon? You know,
I think we have room there.
Yeah.
I mean, we have all the liability.
Yeah.
And we have all the maintenance. Everyone's gonna get fined if something goes wrong.
Well, in that contract, it kind of puts them lot of things on them too.
it spells it out much more clear. There's nothing right now, but yes, it's good.
Okay.
How does it feel get the outlying places?
So all of our outposts, we got tanks at all of them too. Yeah, this is just talking Cooperstown and nobody else.
Are the outposts underground?
No, they're above ground. Nobody else uses the outpost except.
So the
for
same
highway.
supplier takes it out there?
Yeah, they do.
Same rates.
Different rate, based on tractor trailer delivery or, regular truck delivery. The tractor trailer rate is less than the local.
How big are the tanks out there?
Thing.
How big are the tanks out there?
It depends. Gilbertsville has a 2,000 diesel and 1,000 gas. Garrettsville has a 500 gas and 1,000 diesel. Monticello has 1,000 gas and 1,000 diesel. And then we ended up with butternut tanks, so we got a 4,000 diesel and I believe that's 1,000 gas in the town of butternut's old tank.
Love to sell.
Richfield Springs,
There's a town called Monticello.
it's a little hamlet.
Hamlet.
It's a
Wow,
little,
that's what I don't know about.
yeah.
It's in my district, be careful.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's much smaller than the
Do you live in Monticello?
No.
It's much smaller than the other Monticello.
Anytime I say Monticello, everybody
You wanna
thinks
put a
Sullivan County.
casino over there?
Okay, yeah.
You should
But
go.
if you look close, you can find it. You drive through it.
You're blank, you missed it.
Yep.
There is a sign.
Used to be very popular. There was a bar on the corner over there. I remember. What's your pleasure, people?
Well, I don't think I have the expertise to make up any number.
I got a bottle of port. It
Let's, about a quarter to 30 cents. Diesel costs more.
Does.
Agreed.
I'll make that into a motion, someone please.
I'll motion that we, tack on, 25 cents for gasoline, 30 cents for diesel,
For all.
for all,
Outside,
Outside
non-county
entities.
department, yep.
that is approved to utilize our gas.
Who cannot sign an agreement to get our fuel? Are there municipalities that can't? Do we only, or is it really anybody?
Really, anyway, it's just not practical for, like the town of Otsego, them coming here, they don't, but they could come here, cause it's fairly close. But like the town of Plainfield, they're not gonna come here.
Buck a gallon, I find that practical.
Yeah.
Open a bucky.
All right, well, I'll second that motion. To modify the old depot agreement.
Okay, discussion. you also gotta realize if they went on their own, they'd have to put all the equipment in, they'd have to go to bids for all this too. They might not get it as cheap as they're getting it now.
It'd be more cost effective, that's what it is.
Okay, we'll do a roll call vote.
McCarty,
Yes.
Wilbur,
Aye.
Brockway,
Yes.
Hinchey,
Yes.
Powers.
Okay, hearing no nos, all yeses, that passed.
Okay, just got a couple things I'd like to get on the record there. County 59 Bridge is not gonna be able to be constructed this year. They can't get the steel for it, so that'll be 2027. And there is a public information meeting for the County Route 4 Bridge Replacement Project. It'll be held at the Gilbertsville Firehouse on March 17th at 2 p.m.
Who's leading that meeting?
I will be there with Jimmy, our deputy, and the engineers will be there to answer all the technical questions.
So you'll be the one with the head.
I'll take the meeting.
Okay.
Just, an FYI for you, I received a call maybe 3 weeks ago from Binghamton DOT about the Route 51 bridge in Gilbertsville. They're doing something with it.
Yes.
And they contacted me because my association with the village. Forward them information, so something's happening.
Yeah, they're gonna keep it one lane. They gotta do a lot of major repairs there, but they're gonna keep the road open.
Okay.
For everybody that doesn't know, in Gilbertsville, our detour is gonna be like around here. That bridge, DOT bridge is right in, it's a part of it. That's part of the group down there's complaint. And then I guess this is what I think we should talk about, the County Route 20 project in the session.
Is there anything that we need to do after we come out of executive session?
It depends on what you all decide. I
Okay.
would say probably not, but it depends on what you
Well,
decide.
we could come back if we have to. Before,
You gotta make that determination before.
well, not really, just to let her know, but just keep it open.
You gotta come back on Zoom.
Well. Well, we'll come back.
It'll take 2 seconds to adjourn in that open session.
Okay. Well, before we go into executive session, I kind of want to do something about the monument, and we'll go into executive session.
We'll need a reason for an executive session.
Property.
Pay.
Property.
We're not gonna do it just yet.
Up here.
Look it up. You can find it.
Okay.
One thing I'd like from this committee is, support from this committee to look into the project of the Civil War monument out front. It would just be a say aye vote. If I have a resolution to support that monument repair.
I'll make that motion.
I hear a second. All in favor, say aye.
Any discussion on,
Oh, you want to discuss?
did Mr. Wilson say there was money coming from somewhere that pop out with,
Yes, but we don't know for sure. This is just
We're talking about the M250 money?
yeah,
Yeah,
I really,
that's a possibility, but I would think it may not be successful in light of the other ones.
okay.
Because
I really don't want to depend on that part of it, so. Just as a local historian wanted to do some work, and she wanted the county board support, and I thought the support also ought to come from this committee, so.
Mhm.
If everybody's in favor of that, say aye. Aye, okay. The next thing, you looked at the trees out there, you and Tim, I talked to him this morning. I looked the other day at that one big one with a guide wire, that doesn't need to come down, it needs to be trimmed, it's the two smaller ones. Okay. That's something you think you can do? All right, the other thing is, Tim has contacted a local mason to do the joints and everything to give us a price on that. Sometime he's here in the village someplace, and we also talked about the walkway to the front, that's the hell is that, this stuff, it's slate. it's kind of crumbling up, and the guy suggested maybe putting down pressure on or something and putting the half pavers in instead of putting concrete, because the concrete, he says, will heave or whatever. So that's gonna get a quote on that. The other thing is, I had a person tell me about a monument place up in Frankfurt. So I was up in Utica the other day, I stopped and told him about, asked him if he cleaned them, and he said, well, Cooperstown's quite a ways away, but it's, I took a picture of it and the measurements and I mailed them to him and he thought he could give me a quote. So this, we find out how much this is roughly gonna cost, and then we can go from there and try to find the money.
We may have about $20,000 we can devote to this if we're just.
Well, I just soon have it. It's $20,000, stay where it is myself. I did reach out to, our insurance company, and he talked to Denise, I guess, and about, if it was a sole contractor, we wouldn't have to worry about workman's comp.
We need an attestation that they're
Right.
exempt. We need something either way, either a policy or an attestation that they are.
But it's really
not-
easy to get.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have forms if you need.
Oh, super easy. I have a little thing
Yeah.
that we just sent people.
Well, I thought, don't we have something where somebody could sign a waiver where they wouldn't?
Oh, wait a minute, time out.
Are we talking about the same? thing?
No, sorry, I'm not thinking straight. If you have, if you have a contractor that is performing work for you, they can't give you an attestation. They have to give you a certificate from the workers' comp
Correct.
line.
Yes, based on an attestation,
Correct.
you go on.
They go online, they fill out this form
But
attesting to the fact that they're a sole
proprietor.
proprietor, they don't have employees, and then it will kick out a certificate. And that attestation that you're talking about is a homeowner signing off on.
I meant the attestation
Right.
to the state or to
Correct.
get the certificate. The whole process is under 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But it's.
Yeah. So they just have to go onto the workers' comp website.
so I guess my question is, whatever this quote comes in from these people, at a certain amount, do we have to go out to bid?
Depends on the amount.
What's the amount?
It should be
Service level is 35,000.
over, would it go under highway?
Full bid is 30. Like a full service, if you need to something, go to bid, if it's over 35,000 for a service.
Is that total or is that individual, say the monument cleaning company does it for this and the mason guy does it for this? Is that the two combined or is that
It's the
just?
vendor. It's by vendor.
It's
So if
by
you-
vendor and by service.
Two different services. I might have two different services.
Right.
Two different thresholds. Not one.
Did you ever find out if this no taxpayer money, do we have to pay prevailing wage?
Yes, that was the answer that I got from Denise.
But if he's a sole proprietor, he's paying himself. He's not required to pay prevailing wage.
So, okay, so if the guy comes,
I think you're right.
No, I know,
That's
I
correct.
know. My partner and I, if we go on a rate job and we're the only ones working, we're the owners of the company, we do not have to pay ourselves prevailing rate.
so if the guy gives the quote, says I'll do this for,
If he's the only one working, he's the owner of the company, he does not have to file the paperwork on.
so we could take that quote, oh,
Yes.
he's the only one there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well. I'm learning, I guess, I don't know. Anyway, it's in process, I don't know what's gonna happen. Anything else? Did you,
Well, the crusher run in those pavers, that would limit accessibility a little bit, don't you think? Wasn't that one of the concerns?
well, this concern is the step to go up on top of the first thing there is quite high. Right?
I think you could still do pressure run with pavers.
Uh-huh.
You know, my only thought there, and it's not a big one, is, the bluestone was probably the original.
That's what's there, that's crumbling up,
Yes, you get new bluestone, but whatever.
but I don't. The only thing is, if you put pressure on in the pavers, why couldn't you have it tapered from the sidewalk all the way up there?
You'd have to have something like concrete, sides the whole place.
No, you just fill in the sides with grass or whatever, topsoil.
Oh, so it's the whole thing, the whole surround,
Yeah, the whole
just
front
fill it
end.
in with some soil.
Yeah, but how does one get up on top of that? What, the
The thing's gonna taper up from the sidewalk.
wall paver?
Yeah, I'm not, look, you talk about the 3x5, not them, because they move around too much, but you can buy, I've done patio with them before, you can buy 1.5 inch thick and,
So you're telling me that a wheelchair will navigate those
oh yeah,
over time when it rains on it and erodes it and blah, blah, blah?
they don't erode, it's just. It'll last all our time,
Well, then that's what we worry about.
but it'll last longer than the concrete does, because the concrete's gonna heave up and down and everything else, so. Well, we can get to that point somewhere down the road. Let's not get into an engineer design. That's about all I got for that now. We'll go into executive session 4.
My motion that we go into executive session.
I have one more question for Rich. Prior. Onondaga County. We have a partnership with them. That partnership. Does that partnership something that any municipality could tap into and utilize?
Every one of our municipalities in Otsego County are eligible to piggyback and deal with that.
And do they?
Not enough.
Hartwick did.
They don't take advantage of it.
Yeah, well, I wanted to bring this to the town because we're looking at running grants, we're trying to get 2 plow trucks and.
A lot.
And that was brought up last night at the town board meeting, and a lot of people, like, you can tell they had no idea that there was.
They don't, Hartwick did it and then he got out early and you have to follow proper procurement procedure when you're using Onondaga County. Everything is above board, everything is spot on.
I would think they want it just because of audits and everything else, but a lot of towns don't.
Why not?
To move things fast.
Well, the new highway superintendent, is way above board, super organized. I think he's coming in and trying to do these types of things. So should I send him to
He
you?
would, yeah,
Okay.
have him come.
When that was first pitched to us, we were told that office up there has 50 different attorneys in the office, all right? We have a couple, all right? They have people that only buy trucks, only purchase equipment, and that's all they do all the time. They are set up to do it, costs us, I think it's 30 grand a year.
Yep.
Right? And the money they save us is way above it. And we've talked to them, I've talked to my highway guy in Unadilla, and he said, why don't you come buy trucks through us? You know, instead of having to draft everything up by himself all the time. But, you know, some of them just made up so listen, they want to do it themselves. But I'm telling you, it would save them money. And that was exactly what your response last week to the supervisor down there was, let us help with procurement, because the number that he threw out seemed pretty high compared to what we've been buying. So, but that was Steve's response the other day, you know, let us help with procurement if you need to.
Yeah,
So,
happy to talk to the new supervisor.
Yeah, I'll let him know.
Highway guy, we can. They won't help with doing things like writing statements of work and specs. Right?
So that's not his problem, I don't think.
But going through the procurement rules, that's what they're expert in, and Ed is very right, they're organized by commodity. So it's not just contracts, it's also just straight up purchases too, so.
Yeah, a lot of towns have bid their own asphalt, blacktop. Or they could go off the county bid, it's probably gonna be cheaper than theirs. They just,
It is a great shared service.
We need a list of all these shared services.
Well, that's pretty much the main one.
Okay. We just named them.
So congratulations for doing the list.
Shared services, we've been working for years on a shared service agreement between all the municipalities in the county. And I just sent out a reminder over the weekend for these, we struggle to get these people to sign this, and it's nothing, and We've been years going at this. It's been a year since we actually sent them the document, the final document, and just can't get them to sign it. I just,
I think. First off, there is also another kind of shared service, what Alan Ruffles is trying to do with the, handling the taxes. That's developing.
Oh, yeah.
And I gather in some towns that's controversial and negative, in other towns, it's welcome. There's also, there was an effort to allow towns and villages to participate in our healthcare program. Not sure if that is live now, but that's another possibility. So,
We also have shared services with a lot of towns for hydro seeding, through soil and water.
yeah,
But a lot of towns, they, my opinion, they think they're losing their identity by, you know, I'm the board, I'm gonna do this, and I'm the superintendent, I'm gonna do this, and I don't want the county involved in it, so.
There you go. There's no taxpayers. You can decide that. Okay. Thank you.
I need a motion to go into exec session for the purpose of,
The proposed acquisition, sale, or lease of real property, or the proposed acquisition of securities, or sale or exchange of securities held by such public body, but only when the publicity would substantially affect the value.
You mentioned, I thought maybe some other issues other than the bridge, was that?
Oh, yeah, so we're gonna,
It might cover.
yeah, let's go with also medical, financial, credit, employment history of a particular person or corporation or matters leading to the appointment, promotion, demotion, discipline, suspension, dismissal, or removal of a particular person.
okay, I have a motion.
Okay.
Okay. Aye. All in favor? Aye. Okay, we're into executive session and we're inviting in our administrators.
may I recommend that we include Dave, the budget analyst,
I'd like to welcome everyone back to the Public Works meeting. We're need a motion to go out of executive session.
So moved.
Motion is second. We'll do a roll call vote or not. Everybody say aye, please.
Aye.
Aye. We have no further business for this committee, so I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Motion to adjourn.
Your second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you.